So many business owners think that in a few years, email is going to be a thing of the past. Like we will literally not be using email anymore. And so they kind of question why I talk about email and email marketing all the time, as if this is a passing fad that will eventually transition away into something like just social media or whatever the next social media will be. But the reality is that email not only is going to stick around for the long haul, but it will become the preferred communication channel even more than it is today as it advances and creates more powerful ways to connect with your ideal customer. And it'll be the preferred method for your users to want to interact with you in the future. So what I want to do today in this episode is, if you're on the fence of like, yeah, I don't know, Graham, email marketing, I don't know, I should all be on social media. Let's get you off the fence and get you over into the email camp. I'm going to share with you 7 reasons why email is king, not only now, but in the future. Let's discuss. Welcome to episode 170 of The Graham Cochran Show, where I'm here to help you build your online business, work less, and live and give more. I'm your host, Graham Cochran. How are you doing today? Thanks for tuning in to this show wherever you are. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your podcast app of choice is, thanks for tuning in. And if you're watching here on YouTube, thanks for engaging with me here as well. I love seeing the likes and the comments, and there's just great interaction with you here. I can tell when something's popping and when it's connecting with you. We're going to talk about something so critical because I want you to be successful. The whole reason this show exists is to help you win. I want you to win. The only way I win in this business is if you win. So I'm going to share with you the things that will help you win, okay? I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to help you get results, because if I get you results, then I'm going to get results and I can have customers for life. So one of the things that I really believe in that will help you win is email marketing. And I just sense so many people have tension when I bring up email because they think marketing is social media, and nothing could be further from the truth. Social media is just a tool. It's not marketing, but just like email is a tool. And so the question is, what tool is the best tool to achieve the result? I posit that email is the best, and I get pushback all the time from people, and I don't know why, but I want to continue to bring some truth to the matter. So I'm going to break it down for you today. We'll talk about email, 7 reasons why email is king, but really why it's future-proof. And if you want to play into what's going to be working 20 years from now, I would get you onto the fence of email, not social media. Before we do that, though, I want to put a resource in your hand. If you are ready, you're like, Graham, I'm ready to launch this business. I'm ready to make some money online. I've been lurking for a while, or I've had a business idea and I just haven't launched. Maybe I've been scared of the economy. Maybe I've been scared of just my own personal economy, and I don't know if this is the time. Well, today is the day. Now is the time. I want you to launch in the next 30 days. I want to help you do that for free. I've got a 30-day guide for you. It's my 30-day online income jumpstart guide. I want to put this in your hand. This is a 4-week checklist to get you from where you are, wherever that is, even if you have 0 followers online, to get you from where you are to making money, literally money in your bank account in 30 days. It won't be gobs of money, but it will be money, and it'll be a start of you showing up online, offering something valuable, making that exchange, and then you getting the proof of concept that you can do this, and then you'll be off to the races to really build this out to be the income of your dreams. So it's a free step-by-step guide. Week 1, do this. Week 2, do this. Week 3, week 4, all the things you need to go from nothing to making money in 30 days. Just get it. It's free. There's no reason not to. You can click the link below if you're watching on YouTube, or just go to grahamcochran.com/jumpstart to get my 30-day online income jumpstart guide. Okay, let's talk email, friend. I got 7 reasons for you why email is here for the long haul and why it's going to be the medium of choice for your customers, for all users moving forward, which is something that you need to be aware of, because I want you to win, not just now, but in the future. And so you want to be on the platform that's going to help you win. So let's talk about 7 reasons why email is king. Number 1, and this is so huge. And before we get into these, here's my challenge to you. If you love email and you use email and you're a Graham disciple and you're like, yes, Graham, I already believe in email, good for you. my challenge for you is find one of these 7 things that you haven't considered before to bolster your confidence in email, and to consider, if you've even slightly been on the fence, maybe to close that gap and give you ultimate confidence, because I want you to go all in on email. And if you've been on the fence or you're skeptical of email, you don't have to buy into all 7 of these, although I think they're all very compelling. But I think listen for the one that connects with you. And think like a user. Think like a customer yourself. Take off your business owner hat and put on your business, engaging with a business like a customer hat, and see which one of these really connects with you as a user. Because that's all that really matters. You want to build a business that you feel like your users will love interacting with. You don't want to use a tool that you hate if it makes you feel icky. There's tools and tactics that make me feel icky, so I won't do them, because from a user's perspective, I wouldn't want to experience those if they're legitimately icky. Some things aren't icky, but we have mental scripts about them being icky. But I'm just saying there's value to putting on the user hat. So listen to these 7 and just find the one that you go, you know what, that makes sense to me as a user. That's all I'm asking. Be open-minded. Okay, number 1, email is a private medium. And I'm contrasting this to social media, okay? Email is a private medium. So with social media, there's these invisible rules that nobody knows what the rules are. And if we think we know what the rules are, they've changed them since the last 6 months when we thought we figured out what the rules were. There's invisible rules, visible algorithms. Everyone's tracking what we're doing. The communication is very public. I don't even trust, do you trust your DMs? It's all very public, and there's these invisible rules. Whereas email is communication behind closed doors. When I'm emailing you, nobody sees it but you, my customer, or my email subscriber, even if you haven't bought anything. And then when you email me back, which my students do, by the way, because I'm not a robot, I'm a person on the other side of the email. When you email me back, nobody sees that but me. It's good old-fashioned back and forth communication, the way we like to do it when we talk to a friend, jump on a phone call, although I don't know if we even trust our phones anymore, but you know what I'm saying? Go to a coffee shop, talk in person. It's just between you and me. There's no robots listening into our conversation with invisible rules about what you can see, what I can see, and what you can hear, what I can hear. It's a private medium, which leads to, why does this matter to you? Because it leads to more trustworthiness, right? Trustworthy. I can connect with you. You can connect with me. There's no middleman. So I know we're having a direct conversation. Whereas with social media, with all these invisible rules and algorithms, there's, who knows? A, if you're even hearing my message, or B, if my message is getting to the right people, or C, when you jump on social media, you're only getting fed what the algorithm thinks you want or wants you to want. Email has 0 of these invisible rules. It's just good old-fashioned private medium of communication. Totally different. So privacy leads to trustworthiness. Reason number 2, email is going to stick around and is king, is that it has been around since the dawn of the internet. It has the most history, which doesn't always mean things will last, but it is a huge leading indicator that things will probably last. There are 4 billion daily email users to date. 4 billion a day. Okay? That's most of the entire internet-connected planet. Right? Of our planet of 7-8 billion people, there might be, you can give me the stat, I don't have it in front of me, maybe 4 to 5, max 6 billion of us are connected to the internet. 4 billion daily email users today. This is just a platform. The reason it hasn't gone away is because it works so well. Think about how many platforms have gone away. How many platforms you used to spend time on that nobody really does anymore? AOL Instant Messenger. I don't even know if you're old enough to remember what AOL Instant Messenger was. That was the way of communicating for an entire generation. In high school, that's how all of us communicated, right? In college, that's how all of us communicated. It was the way you spoke to the world and to your friends, to your followers. Is anybody on AOL Instant Messenger anymore? I don't know. No one I know. I brought it up in a conversation in front of my kids the other day. They're like, what the heck is that? What's an away message? So it's like, I used to set away messages every night. I would set it to like lyrics of songs. Oh my gosh. So platforms that even have mass adoption can be gone the moment something else comes up. Email has had mass adoption since the 80s, if not before, but it was huge in the 90s. But like email has been around for 30 plus years. Interesting. It hasn't gone away. Even with all this new technology, it hasn't gone away. It's not going away anywhere. Reason number 3, email is curated communication. You choose what you want to see. Whereas social media is cluttered with all these algorithmic suggestions. So social media's promise is, we'll show you what you want to see. You're giving us permission to pay attention to everything you do and click on and like and watch for a few seconds so that we can learn your activity, so we can feed you more videos and more posts and more users like the ones you like. That's the promise. A, it's kind of weird and shady. We don't really know how they're arriving at those conclusions. B, it's not always accurate because I don't even use social media regularly anymore. The only platform that I regularly check nowadays is Instagram. And I don't know what it's called, right? The explore page or whatever, when you're searching for stuff on Instagram, I can't click on that little icon. You know why? Because it will show me porn. Soft porn, but that's what it'll show me. I've never clicked on porn. I don't follow any women. I don't follow a single female account. Okay, one of the rules Shay and I have made in our marriage, this is not me preaching, this is one of our rules, is that she will not follow any men on social media and I will not follow any women. So, and the reason is simple, right? Like, it does not help me to follow women on social media because I might see women probably at their best, with their hair done, with their makeup on, looking great, because that's the way they want to present online. Isn't it the way we all want to present online? No fault of theirs, but I'm seeing them at their best, and I see my wife 24/7. When she wakes up, when she goes to bed, when she's sick, when she's healthy, when she's dolled up, when she's not dolled up. So I get a false impression of all these other women in terms of what they look like. They post all the great things they're doing for their husbands and their family, and it can make me go, why doesn't my wife do that? Like, it's all these weird, subtle things. And if you think I'm a weirdo, maybe you haven't been married long enough, but like, this is a real thing if you stop and think about it. So don't judge me too hard, but it's real. Like, it's easy to grow discontent with your spouse when you see a bunch of other people of the opposite sex being awesome online. You go, why doesn't my wife do that for me? Why doesn't my wife surprise me with that? Why doesn't my wife cook that? Why doesn't my wife look like that? Why doesn't my wife build me up on social media like she builds her husband up? So it's not helpful. So we made a rule to avoid temptation and all that kind of stuff to stop looking at. This is a rant, but I thought it would be helpful for somebody listening in. My point is, I don't follow a single female account. I don't do anything shady on social media. And yet, if I open up Instagram and click the little search icon, it's going to show me some things that it thinks I like. NFL rumors about football players, some business owners talking about, their predictions of the economy, Star Wars stuff every once in a while. But half of it is women hardly wearing any clothing. That's not curated. That's not what I want to see. It's what Instagram thinks I want to see. It's probably what Instagram thinks all men want to see by default. It doesn't matter how many stupid things I click on to try to train the algorithm. Please don't show me this stuff. It shows it to me. I don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want to see stuff you don't want to see. Social media isn't curated, even though it purports to be. Email is. And why is this? Well, because you're only, in theory, this is not a perfect system, but in theory, you're only getting emails that you chose to get, that you opted in for. And you can easily unsubscribe from emails you don't want to see anymore. So you can clean up your inbox if you don't already use tools that do that for you. So it's, in theory, you're only seeing what you want to see. When there's emails that I no longer want to see anymore, there was like brands I was following when I used to buy their stuff, but I don't buy their stuff, I just unsubscribe. Even content creators that I used to want to learn from that I no longer need to see their emails or don't want to see their emails, unsubscribe. You get to control what you see in your inbox. Social media, you don't get to control. As much as they say you do, you don't. So people prefer curated communication, and I think they're going to prefer it even more moving down. Reason number 4, email is better than social media, and it was going to be the preferred communication strategy, is that email is a huge, and I think the stats show, the largest market for sales. It's the number one driver of sales online. But just looking at the valuation, the global, according to Statista in 2021, global email marketing market was valued at $7.5 billion in 2020. It's projected to increase to $17.9 billion in 2027. Opt-in Monster has had study after study showing that what drives sales online, email marketing is the number one driver of sales and purchases online, more than paid social media and organic social media. So, and the reason, right, for this is obvious. It doesn't matter how much we sell or push on social, people are used to buying through email. They get an email, they see the offer, they see a link to click on. We are used to buying and selling on email. Social media, we don't go there to buy. We see ads, and sometimes you buy some stuff off of ads, so it is a platform to make sales. But most of us are going to social media for entertainment, not for information and not to buy. So you're seeing less and less transactions through social media than you are with email. So email is just a huge mover of sales. It is currently, and it's only growing. So if you want to sell stuff, which is what you and I are trying to do, email is the preferred platform. Number 5. Email user activity is at an all-time high. Get this, according to Opt-in Monster 2020, 99% of email users check their inbox every day. 99%. I'm in the 1% that doesn't, by the way. Although that might not be true. I might actually be lying right now. Let me think about this. I hate email because I have too much of it and I'm too lazy to clean it up. But I think I do check it because I actually love email secretly. And so actually I'm lying. I don't think I'm the 1%. I'm definitely the 99%. I don't clear out my inbox, but I'll check it at least once a day just to see if anything important's come in. So I'm one of the 99%. There you go. And the joke is every time I open my inbox, like I always, my daughter, is a short story. We were handing my daughter Chloe when she was really little a present for Christmas or her birthday one year. And as she was opening it, we were like really excited for her to open it. I don't even remember what it was. She said the funniest thing as she was ripping open the packaging. She was like, she could sense like our excitement. So she was getting excited about what could be in the box. And she said, "Is my life about to change?" It was the funniest thing ever. And so we use that phrase all the time. And so that's the phrase I use every day when I make fun of myself of the way I interact with email. I open my inbox every day and I ask myself, is my life about to change? Meaning, am I going to get an email from the Today Show, Good Morning America, the president, I don't know, somebody important that's like, "Graham, I'm important, but you're more important than me and I need you for something. And, please come join my thing and help us." And I'm just looking for something important in my inbox. Do you ever do that? Hi, my name is Graham and I'm an emailaholic. I look for my life to change and every time I open my inbox. So 99% of email users check their inbox every day. That's where I was. 99%. Some check 20 times a day. Now, you got a problem if you do that, but these are just the stats. And of those people that check every day, 58% of consumers check their email first thing in the morning, according to Opt-in Monster 2020. Okay. Can we pause for a second? Some of you regularly send emails for your business, and you're like, people don't open my emails. 99% of my emails aren't getting opened. Yeah, of course. That's not how this works. I'm just saying email is a platform people want to interact with, and so they open it up every single day. And just consider this, just because your emails aren't getting opened doesn't mean you should disregard the whole medium. Right? There is a way to do email well as a business owner, and most people don't do it well. Even the big brands don't do it well. The clothing retailers, car manufacturers, whatever you're looking to buy, they just blast you every day. New product, sale, new product, sale, get 10% off, new product. That's their tactic, is just to blast you every day. That's not what we do. That's not how we teach email here. So just because your emails aren't getting open, just keep this in mind, doesn't mean there's a problem with the medium. There's a problem probably with your technique and your tactic. Okay. Number 6. This one is huge. Email has a more professional association as compared to social media. Email is viewed as more professional. So this invites people to make more business-related decisions on email rather than on social media. This is why you make more sales on email than social media, because it's more legitimized in the eyes of people. Social media is casual. That can have its advantages. Guerrilla marketing, product placement, if you're strategic, sponsored posts. Like if you follow me and I'm just talking about being with my family and we're on vacation and then I slip out a product all of a sudden, like this is my favorite suitcase I'm using on this trip and I'm getting paid $20,000 by a suitcase company to mention my suitcase. That can be effective because it's surprising. You weren't expecting it and you might trust me, ergo you might trust my product recommendation. So that has its advantages, but that works because it's casual. Whereas email is always viewed as legitimate and professional. So people make high-level business-related decisions on email. Did you think about this? Emails can even be used as legal documents. An email can be used in a court of law as a legal document. I am emailing back and I'm saying yes to this. I agree to this legally. It can be binding. It's legitimized communication. And email, think about this too, is still seen as being work-related. And this is what I keep coming back to. In our minds, email is work and legitimate communication, whereas social media has this playful entertainment escapism association. So if you want to come across as professional, showing up on social media isn't going to be the way to do it. It can be part of your, one of your tools in your toolbox, and it can play a role in your overall strategy of showing up in the world and being a brand. I certainly post stuff on social media. I mean, I don't, but my team does. But it's not the same as showing up in someone's inbox. You seem like a legitimate source of knowledge, information, value when you show up in people's inbox because they just interact with the inbox differently than they do with social media. And 7th and final reason email is king now and will be in the future, I think this really pushes to the future, is that thanks to a lot of technological advances in AI and automations, email in the future, it's already here now, but email in the future is going to reach new levels of personalization that social media could only dream about. And this is going to make email the preferred communications tool. I think you're going to see a shift away from social media and a shift back from business owners and marketers like you and me, a shift back to email as not just like it's been around, so I guess we'll use it, to like the preferred method. And here's why. Email is permission-based marketing. Social media is not. Social media is interruption-based marketing through the ads. And then if you're not using ads, you're just talking to your followers, it's somewhat permission-based because they've clicked to follow you. But then what's happening is they're expecting to be entertained or just get little nuggets. And when you start to hawk products, it's not really what they signed up for. Whereas email is 100% permission-based because someone had to physically opt in. Here is my email address. I'm not saying I want to lurk and follow you. I'm saying I'm inviting you to connect and communicate with me. Very different. Now, typically we're doing this for a 10% off your first order, Graham's 30-day online income jumpstart guide, right? These are lead magnets. Everybody uses them. But they have the option at any point to, once they've gotten what they want from your emails, unsubscribe from your emails, right? It's 100% permission-based marketing. So if it's permission-based marketing, they've already said, I'm willing to hear from you. Please communicate with me directly. And then now that communication is happening through your email service provider. The tool that you're using your email marketing for has tons of personalization and automation built in. Let's use Kajabi as an example because it's what I use for all my email. It's what I use for my whole business. If you're interested in Kajabi, go to grahamcochran.com/Kajabi to get a 30-day free trial and a bunch of other goodies and see how this tool can be used for your business. But whatever platform you use for email, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, ConvertKit, doesn't matter. They all do the same thing, which is they have powerful automations and personalization already. So right now, the technology is there for, if you opt in to my list, Kajabi knows what emails of mine you open and don't open, what links of mine you click on or don't click on, what products of mine you've purchased or not purchased, what free guides you've downloaded of mine or not downloaded. If you've purchased a product, like how much of the videos or products you've watched or not watched. It knows all this stuff. And so it follows your activity within the ecosystem of your email marketing and digital products backend. That's why I love having my email platform also be my course platform, also be my everything platform, AKA Kajabi, as opposed to using different tools, because then they all talk to each other. Now, without even having to do anything, I can send you very personalized messaging. If I wanted to, I could send a message out to anyone and everyone who's ever downloaded my 30-day online income jumpstart guide. So I know they were interested in starting an online business specifically through that guide, who have clicked on most of my emails. So I know they're engaged, and who maybe bought a low ticket $47 mini course or something. I could know that. So I could send you a message and say, and I know that you haven't bought my full course, Automatic Income Academy, on building a legit business and launching it and making a lot of money. I could know that. And so I could send you a personalized message, and I could even use your name. I could even use your name if I collect your first name on the opt-in and say, listen, if I'm talking to myself, Graham, I know you've wanted to start a business and you've done this, but it looks like you haven't dived in to my flagship course, Automatic Income Academy. And I don't know if you know, but this course not only tells you like how to make some money, but it tells you how to create an automated business that runs on autopilot without you and can scale. I even include a bonus mini course on how to make money faster with coaching if you want to go that route while you build your automated business. Anyway, I can send personalized messaging based off of their interaction with my brand because the email client tracks all of that. And then I can send them a direct one-to-one message with their name, and I can offer them a personalized, we call this segmentation, but I can offer them a personalized message that's more likely to convert for me. But the reason it's more likely to convert is because it's not a mass marketing thing. It's not an interrupted moment where there's an ad fed to people who like the band, Bon Jovi, and they eat sushi or whatever, like random likes they've clicked on Facebook. It's personalized to your activity, personalized to what we know about you, interacting with my brand. And so I can send something that feels more like a letter from me to you. So there's something beautiful about that. And if you write emails, this is part of the strategy, right? The way to do it. If you write emails in a singular voice, like to one person, which you should never write to the masses. Hey guys, no. Hey everyone, hey friends, no. I know some of you have said no. Write to one person. Hey Graham, or if you don't have their first name collected, hey friend, or hey, I noticed you this, or I was thinking about this, wondering if you might like this. Speak to one person so it seems like a real one-to-one letter, which it really is. So this is already powerful. This is already why I prefer email, because I can convert better. I can connect with you better. It's just much more powerful already. And from what we're seeing and what we're reading, like the advancements that are coming down the pike for AI and machine learning of like the way people interact with your brand through email, we're going to be able to send even more curated, personalized, targeted, real emails to our email subscribers in the future, that it's only going to make your messaging and your marketing more effective, which is only going to make you more money. Social media, they have an algorithm and it relies on tracking heavily. And with Apple changing their iOS on their phones, where you have to opt into tracking. We're seeing the last stat I saw is only 20% of users are opting in for tracking, which means now Facebook has lost 80% of its number of people it can track. So Facebook and any of these ad platforms, they don't have the data or the people that they can reach anymore like they once had, because people want privacy. People don't want to be followed around the internet. So I wouldn't want to build my business around a tool that, like AOL Instant Messenger or MySpace before it, or now seeming like Facebook is kind of going that way, can disappear. I don't want to build it around a platform that's going to disappear. And then I certainly don't want to build it around a platform that relies heavily on an algorithm that's generic and guessing, that relies heavily on tracking. If more and more of the technology is going the way of privacy and anti-tracking, or you have to opt into tracking versus opting out of tracking, which we know people won't. People are more likely to not go for something if they have to opt in for it. They're more likely to jump on it if they're automatically opted in for it. We know that. It's the same with like 401ks and retirement plans, right? So I don't want to build my communication around something like that, where I can't really reach out to people and it's not going to be curated and personalized. So there, 7 reasons why email is not going to go away. It's going to be around here for the long haul, and it's going to become, if not already, the preferred marketing channel for people, because it just is a totally different beast, and it just is more like the way we as humans like to communicate. So my question for you is, 1, are you regularly using email marketing in your business? If you are, how could you ramp it up? How could you improve it? How could you change your mindset to it that you fully embrace it if you haven't already? If you're not, what's your next step? Why are you slow to adopt the most effective means of reaching your customers? Side note, it's not going to be effective if you don't have an email list. If you're building your business and you're not collecting emails, what are you doing? The number one job as a marketer, as an online business owner, is to collect email addresses. That's your number one job. That's the reason for your content. That's the way your website should be designed. Everything should be built around, if you go on someone else's podcast, it's all about collecting email addresses, because this is the way you can actually build a business, is having emails that are targeted, that are the right type of people to market to. It's that simple. We can't expect people to keep following us on social or coming back to our website or continuing to listen to our podcast. That might be the one piece of content they interact with us in. Your job is to move them from viewer to email subscriber so you can follow up. So important. So where are you in the spectrum? And then the second question for you would just be, what of those 7 ways or 7 reasons why email is better than social media and will be around for the long haul resonated with you the most? Which one jumped out to you the most? Leave a comment below if you're watching on YouTube. I would love to know. And if you're not on YouTube and you're just listening to the podcast, think about it. Which one were you like, man, that's a very good point. I hadn't considered that. Or which one do you agree with as a user yourself? And finally, I'm going to try to get you to join my email list. If you haven't already, download my 30-day online income jumpstart guide. We both win because you'll be on my email list and you'll get a ridiculously powerful guide that I've even had students go from that guide to making $30,000. Results are not typical, but it is possible, my friend. So how about that? It's free. All you need to do is go to grahamcochran.com/jumpstart and opt in there. And if you hate me and my emails, you can always unsubscribe. What a concept. There you go, friend. A little meta, but that was fun. Thanks for hanging out with me on today's episode. Hope this got your wheels spinning. Have an amazing rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe wherever you are, and I'll see you on another episode real soon.